ladies and gents, there are times when we're a little bit hyperbolic, when the left-wing media are biased. Sometimes we exaggerate. We overdo the use of terms like clown world, lefty, and deranged shit for brains communist. Occasionally we do. This, however, is not one of them. Yesterday, the news all over the place, so this is 4th of February 2022, all the news had to talk about was a bombshell picture of Boris Johnson holding a can of beer, ooh, fucking hell, at a party that we're already sick to the back teeth of hearing about. More people have heard about Boris Johnson having a fucking party during lockdown than people that have seen Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. It's the most over-talked about, over-watched, over-read, over-discussed non-story in political history. I'm sick and tired of it. And do you know what else happened yesterday? I'm not even going to bother reading this because who cares? We've been talking about his parties for a month. We know Fatty didn't stick by the lockdown, but it doesn't matter because none of our leaders did. It's one rule for them, one rule for us. We know it. And it's not a partisan issue because Biden and Kamala Harris and Gavin Newsom and Tony Blair and Keir Starmer and everybody else was the same. So it's not a story. Who cares? They all took the piss. Yeah, we know. We know, thanks. And the fucking image they've put on it is at a pub in 2019, so it's not related. However, the reason I'm not going to talk about this non-story is because you know what else happened on the 4th of February 2022? No, we can't use a name that sounds from it like it hails from a distant land. We'll just call him Lord Adams, shall we? Lord Adams. Lord Adams, he was jailed for child sex offences. Yeah. In a sane world, that would be more of an issue than fat English bloke drinks can. I mean, you know, branding, torturing and skull fucking children in a sane world is more of a fucking story than fat man drinks cans. But we are where we are. I mean, it wouldn't have been an interesting story in antebellum USA, you know, when prohibition was a thing and alcohol was illegal. It wouldn't have been interesting then. But you would think a Lord of the Realm, knighted by Tony Blair, one of those worms that was inserted into the House of Lords when Tony Blair was ripping up the rulebook. He's just been jailed. This splendid fellow, yes, my lord. I don't think I'll be using his honorific, thanks. He's just been jailed for nearly 6 years for bumming a fucking little boy and trying to rape a little girl. So, I mean, he's a full-blown sex pest. He's got no preference as long as they haven't gone through puberty. Adams is happy to get his rocks off. Is there a more detestable crime than that? Is it not more of a crime than drinking a few tinnies with the boys? Let me know what you think. Call me a bluff old traditionalist. I think drinking cans pales into insignificance alongside fisting 8-year-olds. But what do I know? Maybe I'm not down with the kids. Best of all, it happened in Rotherham, where the BBC helped cover up 25 years of systematic torture and abuse of children. And he lied his ass off, but she taped him, so he was caught red-handed. And look what the BBC said. Oh, in court, here's an interesting one. You could technically call both the judge and the defendant, my lord. Yeah, well, you know what else you could call them? Fucking arseholes. The defendant for the obvious, and the judge for only locking him up for 4. I mean, what's he going to do? He's going to be out in 2, and he's probably sat in the biggest cell in there eating custard creams and looking at jazz mags all day. You know, British justice is a joke. And it's nice to know, as evidenced by these 2 stories, i.e. this one that was hardly seen by anybody, and this one that was all over the mainstream media for 24 hours straight. It's nice to know that our media companies, our TV stations, our radio networks, and Silicon Valley itself is as corrupt, morally bereft, and despicable as Mr. fucking Adams himself. Cheers, easy. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all at 7 PM on Monday. Enjoy the rest of your weekends. See you in a bit.